Yes guys, it is Sunday, which means it's rave day. It's been a while since we've gone to an event or festival. I do love getting amongst it, getting away from everything, just focusing on being present, having a good time. Obviously it's not something that I do too often, and I have gone for a phase where I did do it more often. And when I did do that, it kind of loses its oomph. So I think it's one of them things which has to be every now and then, and you get really excited for what you do, is great, and you have a little breakaway again. So, you know, that's definitely where we're at with it. For me, when it comes to bodybuilding, lifestyle, I think it's super important to have some kind of balance, and you can still make it work. And at certain times, you're going to be more one way than the other. But just for example, today I've pre-planned, I'm going to have 4 meals, which is going to hit my macros, hit my calorie targets. Still going to obviously get my steps in, which is the goal. So, you know, we're not really, you know, getting behind on anything. 3 meals before I go into the festival and then 1 after. Okay, so, you know, it still works with my goals, and it's super important because you do these things and it just makes the whole process worth it. You know, I don't want to be someone who goes to the gym and is locked up in the gym to showcase my physique every now and then when I've got a pump. You know, you want to just feel good, look good, and go enjoy these things. Weather today is looking okay. Sun's trying to come out, but it's actually a little bit chilly. It's a little bit cloudy. I think that's what it's meant to be like in Brighton. But, you know, when you're two-stepping, it will get warm for sure anyway. So, yeah, very excited for today. So, we're heading to Brighton. Brighton's where it's at. And we decided just to drive down. You know, the train and stuff like that is so long. So it's driving down, parking. We've got a place we're staying at for the night, and then pretty much be heading back early the next day. That's something else that I've kind of found when it comes to events, is I used to think more the merrier in one go. So you're like, oh, 2 days, 3 days is sick. And it just never hits the same, I don't think. Every time I've done it, you know, the first day's so good and you can't wait to go back, and the second day's okay, and then if you do a third, you're kind of like, oh, you know, this is too much now. Like, so definitely in smaller portions, I think is the best. In other news, nice big low this morning, seeing the next jump on the scales. So it was 88.9, which is good. That's about 3 kilos down now, which I'm not even sure how many weeks. I mean, might be the 5th week. But nevertheless, like, I'm pretty happy with that. That's a pretty solid rate of loss, you know, without having to be too aggressive. And with all the things been going on. So yeah, looking forward to moving that forward. I'm definitely feeling a bit leaner as well, which is nice. Feeling a little bit lighter, but definitely have felt good, like getting back in. I have been hungry, you know, I have felt fatigue and more fatigue in the gym, and that's just me being open and honest. When, you know, when you go from nearly 4K to now 2.8 and cardio, it's going to 100% make a difference. And even already, like, being completely open and honest, occasionally, you know, I feel that energy dropping on those last few reps, which is really where you got to dig in, because those are the ones that count. You know, the likelihood is I haven't lost any strength. It's just my perception to, you know, fatigue is much higher already. Just because of obviously energy being a little bit lower, but I always find this myself, to be honest. Let me know if you're the same, drop it in the comments. But I always find the beginning of the diet and the end of the diet almost some of the hardest bits. Like at the beginning, you're so used to so many calories that you're like, hopefully you can hear me because it's fucking windy, that you're like, it's horrible. You're used to so many calories, and then you suddenly start feeling hungry and you're like, mate, what is this? And then you kind of just get used to it, which hopefully I'm coming into now. And then the last portion, obviously, when you're digging the most, cardio's high, steps are high, food's low, that bit just sucks. I have decided this year I'm just going to jump in to the shoot with everyone on the team. Since I'm not competing this year, I think it's pretty important that, you know, I lead from the front and bring a good package, and showcase it with everyone. So, you know, if they're going to do it, I will do it with them. That's the whole point of having this community. you know, and if I'm gonna be the guy who's coaching people, then I best showcase to people, you know, how you can get in an unreal shape and still have a good balance, and that's exactly what I'm doing this summer.
Here he is. How we feeling, bro?
Yeah, feeling good. You?
You wearing trackies?
Mate, it's gonna be freezing. It's gonna be 13 degrees though.
That's that cold, is it?
Hit stop with the Ravy gang. Yes, yes. So at the moment, just try to close that gap just a little bit more with your legs. Like, you just don't want any gap between your legs really. That's perfect. Like, this is something I had when I prepped, where your legs do get a little bit smaller and leaner. You start off here and that's fine, you get used to it, but towards the end you're like, fucking hell, I need to come in a bit more. So just keep that in mind. Nice. Side tricep. Nice. Yes, bro. On this one as well, an easy one to remember, but I'm not going to make things difficult for you, because that shot is so good. And like, if you move, you can catch the judge's eyes again. So you, like, what I did is hit that, and then catch them again by going, you're doing that, aren't you? Catch them again by going, does that make sense? It's something to keep in mind, because that's such a good shot. Re-catch their eyes again by going, more room, so almost pointing that elbow out more like that. And then forward, just a little bit. Just got to go have fun with it now, the hard work's done. So good, bro. Right, I'll let you relax and get home.